Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. I haven't really made one for Mai compared to how she looked in the previous teaser trailer. Her model is definitely better, so I'm gonna give them that. Standing heavy punch. That button has been really good in several versions of Mai. It's been a good anti-air sometimes. It allows her to control the space. It's not necessarily a long button, but it has had a really good hitbox since forever. So I'm pretty sure that button is gonna be extremely annoying. That is a button from Fatal Fury. The sweep, jumping heavy kick. This target combo is a combination of several buttons from Fatal Fury. She doesn't have something like that in KOF. The throw, classic throw. This throw has been in... they changed that throw lately, but that throw is very KOF 97, 96. Her animations are fantastic. I don't necessarily like her model with the rare outfit, but her animations are really good. I wonder if this was a crouching light kick on counter hit, because this is crouching light kick, standing light punch. I've heard people say she's been a really good zoner in KOF or Fatal Fury. That is not necessarily the case. She's been an okay zoner, more like Ken is a zoner in Street Fighter 6. You can throw fireballs, but her fireballs are more of a mix-up tool rather than trying to zone someone. I'm gonna guess they're gonna give her some property, some OD move with the fans, because I do remember a fan that bounced on hit and on block. It's not as crazy as you think, at least it wasn't back then. I don't know how Street Fighter is gonna handle with it, because you have to consider that KOF has blowbacks, cancel rolls, strikes, shadow strikes, advanced strike, so you have way more tools. But that is the fan that bounces. You recover here. I mean, you can press a button, probably in Shoryuken, stop that or throw her. So it's not as crazy as you think, at least in this video. Back throw, cross up. This is definitely a target combo, very likely into the dive attack, like Kimberly. Rienbu! It's basically a combo ender with Punisher sometimes. I do wonder if they're gonna give her jump CD, because jump CD has been an amazing button. It's like Kyo's. Kyo's jumping CD, Mai jumping CD, Chris jumping CD are extremely well known for being super powerful. Air throw, that's kinda cool. I like the animation of the air throw. Let me go back. What's funny about this button is that they nerfed standing medium kick. Zangief standing medium kick. And after that nerfed, you got Bison with a standing medium kick, Terry with a standing medium kick, and now Mai with a standing medium kick. It's just funny at this point. I don't even know what to say. It's just funny. And Shoryuken, cool. Heavy punch cancelable into super level 1. And she has a buff. Rienbu, super level 2. This is gonna be probably some kind of stock system or power-up system like Jamie. Yeah, her face, some of her expressions are... I like when she's serious, but whenever she's smiling like there, she looks like a psycho. Yandere. Crouching heavy punch, cool. She has her crouching heavy punch, and this is a true mix-up. Crouching heavy punch into the fireball. You'll see that this is not real. That seems to be an overhead? What was that? You're crouching, so that's an overhead. You're hit by this. Crouching heavy punch connects, but here you recovered. You wonder if here you can just perfect power this fireball and immediately contest, or just Shoryuken, or go for a super level 2 maybe. And I'm gonna guess the fireball can also be blocked low, so it's not like insane. And here, I think they showed something like this with Terry, and I always wonder if that's real. Because Terry, at the end of the day, if you play Terry, you played against Terry, he doesn't deal with fireballs that well. I do wonder if this is gonna be finally the answer to fireballs. Okay, combo. Down 4, heavy punch. Combos into crouching medium kick. Rienbu, Shoryuken. Probably you can cancel the Shoryuken, the OD Shoryuken, into the dive attack or super. And finally, super level 3. I think they could have done something like this instead of the whole fire thing. They could have done something like this more closer to how, for example, in samurai films, blood just scatters. Maybe they could have done something like that with this. It's some focus on this sequence rather than all the hits with the fans. This shot I really like. Play Mai for 2 reasons. Cool, sure. The fan loses to other projectiles and your opponent's strikes. So it's the classic way of dealing with her fireballs. When you hold down the input, they can no longer be neutralized by strikes. That's interesting. So you have a version that basically Visually, it's gonna look different, I'm gonna guess. So some can be stopped, some cannot. If the hand hits an opponent on block as well, they will pop up and fall down on them for another hit. Yeah, for the health version, that makes sense. The OD version of Katsunari throws a multi-hitting fan without having to hold down the input. When you do hold them down though, Mai will throw 2 fans that don't pop up with the option to follow up with Midare Kachuksen, allowing her to throw an additional 2 more fans for a total of 4. And that's basically her way of dealing with fireballs. I'm not really sure about the speed because they're not talking about speed, but I'm gonna guess this is gonna be super slow. Nothing to say here. As I said, this is mostly a combo ender with Punisher sometimes. You can follow up the OD version with another attack. Satsu, this freaking attack. Mai does a cartwheel and flies towards the opponent to elbow them. The distance travel depends on the button pressed and she can go quite far. Okay. The OD version sends her into the air to follow up on the attack or to surprise opponents below. Basically what I expected, you can do it in the air probably. Ishu Ryonjin is Mai's Dragon Punch. Basically, Dragon Punch. I'm gonna guess she can be plus, or at least 0. Musasabi no Mai. A dive tackle. This can only be used during a forward jump, or after her target combo, Hien Ren Kyaku. Okay, so that's cool. Basically, dive kick. I'm glad Capcom hasn't introduced characters that, like in Street Fighter 4, remember Rufus? He could do the dive kick while jumping back. Super level 1. Kageru no Mai. This is an anti-air, a very common super for her in KOF and Fatal Fury games. And you do get 5 flame stocks, which gives all of my special moves above and super level 1 and 2 super arts additional properties, such as more hits or damage. You only get those flame stocks from super level 1. This super gives her some stocks. I'm gonna guess it's not that powerful. I'm just guessing here. And I'm gonna guess if you use a super, you take all the flame stocks. I super level 2 chose Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi. She rushes forwards in a blaze of glory that can get around projectiles. Yeah, very classic. There's also an air version which can be used to end air combos. Also very similar to Kimberly. I wonder what's the range of super level 1. Super level 3, use a cinematic super. I way more prefer how she looks in her Mark of the Wolves costume. To be fair, that's something I already expected when they decided to add Mai into the game. I already knew what she was about. KOF players have been playing this character or against this character for years, which is my case, so I'm not necessarily that surprised or interested in what she has to do. So far, the only thing that really strikes me as interesting are the flame stocks. She's gonna be available February 5th, which at the time of recording is like 2.5 weeks. Go to the Siberia Lab where we talk about fighting games. We also play different games. We have a Discord somewhere here in the profile of YouTube. There's a link you can join. Take care of yourselves, keep playing grapplers, hydrate, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.